so the fight that we just watched was the first one, which was Lawnmower versus Titan. And what did you kind of think, kind of going into this?
I have a sadness. I saw the lawnmower going in, it's like, that's a lawnmower blade, mounted on a bot. It's going to spin really fast and make something break. And then it's like, no.
No, it's just bolted on top of it.
It's bolted on.
And,
I wonder who they got that idea from.
Yeah. I think
Force trauma.
Yeah, I even think I put that in the comments of the video when you commented on it. You're like, is that a lawnmower blade? And I'm like, yeah, I wonder where they got that idea from.
But it was static. And then I saw a Titan going and it's like, okay, West Bend is using metal now.
Yeah.
That's something.
And also too, like, so there was like a weapon apparently on West Bend where it was like maybe a piece of metal or something like probably that
something
big.
like Murphy's Law, where you just want, you got the block and you just make it as spin as you can make it spin as fast as you can, then you hit it into something and that something breaks because you got a lot of weight going really fast. But that didn't work.
Yeah, it's just the weapon didn't seem to be on at all during that fight.
It's disappointing. And with the smoke there at the end, what I'm thinking is
that was nice.
Because it seemed that's something that you see kind of a lot, at least in the big leagues, like because BattleBots is still like they make really big ones and they're really scary, and I kind of want to do that, but the fact that I'm not rich prevents me from doing that.
And that it's a school organization, not like private billionaires,
Yeah, but
version of a Playboy pillow fight.
So what probably happened there was with the smoke at the end there, their weapon was there was something preventing it from spinning probably. Like either the housing that they had on it was too tight, or their weapon motor just didn't want to play during this match, because that looked like it was probably either a motor or a battery overheating with that smoke. And so they were probably trying to get the weapon working, which would have been awesome because it would have knocked the lawnmower blade right off if I know West Bend.
Yeah.
But it just sort of couldn't get moving, and so the back feed for the feedback from that on the motor just sort of
didn't work.
Something.
And it like a lot of the fight, and I think I said it in the video too, is it's like the two bots are dancing with one another, and it's like, well, I get it, it's supposed to be a fight, but if you really wanted to take this bot out to dinner, don't do it in the ring. Because they were just kind of do-si-doing around each other, and it was kind of an uneventful fight until the smoke started happening.
And that's something that you sort of see a lot when a bot goes into the ring for the first time, because you can practice all. Nokia was a perfect example of this. You can practice all that you want at your school, but chances are your school's floors probably aren't made out of steel.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of friction that goes into that. Like going in the machine shop with Nokia, I actually kind of wore the inside of the ramp plate down to a finer edge just from how much I was moving it around, and it was sort of like rubbing off bit by bit, sort of like a file. But then when I got to the arena, it's like, holy cow, all of the stuff that I've practiced with driving just went out the window because it's so much slicker in there because it's a perfectly smooth steel surface. So that kind of tends to happen a lot. Also, you kind of find out when your drive system doesn't want to work in fast conditions, because when you're practicing, you're probably not smacking it into very many things unless you have very fun practice runs that may or may not break your bot, but...
And a lot of the practice runs that you do, like at the high school, just don't really work. It's you're just driving it around, but you don't really get that feel for battle until you're actually in the ring. Which I wish that they probably did have like testing arenas inside the schools, but again, that would cost money, and they don't really have time to construct all of that. And
nerves is another thing that plays into it, because I know, at least from driving Nokia in competition, I knew my robot pretty well at that point. I'd literally been driving it 3 or 4 hours a day. And then I sort of got to the arena, and then that all sort of went out the window when you realize things. Also, I don't know if this ever got into the video that you took, but when I threw Nokia into the ring for the first time against Sleeper, I hadn't changed my batteries in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
In the controller. So halfway through the match, beep, 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 beep. Like, no, don't give up on me now. I need you. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you don't know are wrong until you put your robot into the arena for the first time.
Yeah.
Titan, they probably found that out more of a harder way, but I'm hoping they got that ironed out, because that looked like a really mean bot.
Yeah. And for a first fight, like, usually the first fights aren't really that eventful. I think there's been like 1 or 2 throughout the years where it was like
versus Trainer.
Oh yeah, it's like those are the ones that it's like, yep, we started off with a bang, but some of them they're
8
like
seconds and suddenly boom.
Yeah, and some of them it's just like, oh well. So any final thoughts?
Go Titan. I like that one. It's from West Bend. West Bend does good stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of sad that they kind of had that smoke, and I believe Lawnmower won. So.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I'm guessing the Titan must have tapped out or something like that, because there's no way you win when your bot is smoking.
Yeah. So I think that's it for this first video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Mm-hmm.